Hey everyone, welcome to Module 9 of the Databricks Genie training program, the module that makes security teams sleep like babies at night. Today we're diving deep into how Databricks Genie delivers enterprise-grade security and governance without you having to rebuild everything from scratch. We're talking Unity Catalog inheritance, row-level security, column masking, read-only guarantees, AI trust, data residency, everything you need to deploy Genie confidently at scale. If you're a security architect, platform admin, compliance officer, or data engineer, buckle up. This is going to be electrifying. Let's jump in. Alright, let's start with the big picture, the security architecture of Genie. Genie doesn't come with its own separate security model. Nope, it inherits and enforces every single security control you've already built in Unity Catalog. Here's the flow. You ask a question, then Genie Space ACLs decide if you can even enter the space. Then Unity Catalog privileges, check if you can select the data after that. Row filters decide which rows you're allowed to see. Then column masks redact or mask sensitive columns. And finally, everything runs on a read-only SQL warehouse. The core design principle is beautiful and simple. If a user cannot see the data in a regular SQL query, they cannot see it through Genie. Whether they type a natural language question, run SQL in the editor, or open a dashboard, the same ironclad rules apply every single time. That's power. Next up, Genie Space ACLs. Who gets in the door? Genie Spaces have 4 permission levels, and they are crystal clear. Can manage right-pointing arrow, full control. Creators get this by default. You own the space. Can edit right-pointing arrow, add/remove tables, tweak instructions, example queries, the builder's permission. Can run right-pointing arrow. This is the one your end users need. They can ask questions and have conversations. Can view right-pointing arrow. Perfect for auditors who just want to see the config without touching anything. Now, when you share the space, you have 2 visibility options. Anyone in my organization. Everyone gets can run automatically. Or the much smarter choice, only people with access. And here's the best practice. Always grant through groups, never individual users. It's cleaner, more auditable, and scales like crazy. Let me introduce you to something that makes large-scale rollouts way easier. Consumer Access Entitlement. This is specifically built for pure business users. They get Databricks One, a beautiful, simplified interface where they only see dashboards, Genie Spaces, and apps that have been shared with them. They cannot create anything. No notebooks, no warehouses, no mess. Best practice, give consumer access only to business users. If you also give them SQL or workspace entitlements, they lose that clean experience. Quick security warning. Consumer users inherit whatever is granted to the all workspace users group. So before you roll this out, move any elevated permissions to dedicated groups. Otherwise, you risk privilege escalation. Handle with care. Time to talk Unity Catalog, the heart of Genie's data security. Everything is organized in the 3-level namespace. Catalog right-pointing arrow, schema right-pointing arrow table/view. The key privileges you care about are use catalog, use schema and the superstar, select. Pro tip, privileges granted at the schema level automatically apply to every table and view underneath it. One grant, massive coverage. Remember, the person who creates the Genie space, the author, must have select on all the tables and views inside it. Their credentials get embedded, but, and this is magic, row and column security is still evaluated against the end user's identity. Beautiful separation. Row-level security. This is where things get really exciting. With RLS, you define exactly which rows each user or group can see. Step 1. Create a filter function using as _member, super clean. Step 2. Bind it to your table with alter table set row filter. Then watch the magic. When a user in grp_north asks Genie, what was total revenue? Genie generates a normal select, but Unity Catalog silently injects the where clause so they only see North region data. They never know filtering happened. It just feels like the data is perfectly complete for them. That's enterprise security done right. Column-level security is just as powerful. You create a masking function that decides, based on the user's group, whether they see real data or redacted stars. Example, super users see the full customer name. Everyone else sees *****************. You apply the mask directly on the column with alter table. Set mask. Genie respects these masks automatically. No extra work in the space. The user just sees what they're allowed to see. Nothing more, nothing less. Full redaction, partial masking, null replacement. You have total control at query time. Here's my absolute favorite pattern. Govern views. Instead of exposing raw tables, you create one smart view that already has both row filters and column masks baked in using case statements and is _member. Then you add only that view to your Genie space. Result? One single space can safely serve multiple teams, portfolio managers, analysts, compliance, all asking the same questions, but each seeing only their authorized slice of data. Zero data duplication, centralized governance, consistent experience. This is how you scale Genie like a pro. Let's talk about how queries actually run. When you configure the SQL warehouse in a Genie space, the author's credentials are embedded. All queries run under those credentials for consistent performance. But here's the key. Unity Catalog still evaluates RLS and CLS, using the end user's identity, not the author's. And the read-only guarantee is rock solid. Genie can never insert, update, delete, drop, or run any DDL. It's blocked at both the generation layer and the warehouse level. Even if someone tries to trick it with clever prompts, it simply won't allow it. Read-only by design. Now, the part everyone asks about, what actually goes to the LLM? Here's the truth. Sent to the LLM. Only the user's natural language question. Table names, column names, descriptions, space instructions, and example queries. Never sent. Actual table data, query results, row values, credentials, or previous conversation data from other spaces. Plus, zero data retention, no model training, and data stays within your Databricks geo by default. Cross-geo only if your admin explicitly allows it. Your data never leaves the safe walls of Databricks. That's real. AI trust. Auditability is non-negotiable in enterprise. Every single thing is logged. Space creation, permission changes, the exact question the user asked, the SQL Genie generated, warehouse usage, rows scanned, everything. You can query it in system.access.audit or your cloud audit logs. This gives you perfect alignment with GDPR, SOC2, HIPAA, financial regulations, you name it. Genie doesn't weaken your compliance posture. It actually strengthens it. Let's lock in those best practices. Space design. Use governed views, not raw tables. Keep it to 30 tables or fewer for best accuracy. One space per use case, not per team. Access management. Always use groups synced from your IDP. Prefer only people with access. Separate author, can edit. And user, can run, groups. Data layer. Implement RLS/CLS in Unity Catalog. Test thoroughly with is_member. Monitor query history like a hawk. Do these things, and your Genie deployment will be secure, scalable, and loved by both users and auditors. Here are your key takeaways from Module 9. Genie inherits all its security from Unity Catalog. No new model to learn. RLS and CLS are automatically enforced on every Genie query. Genie is strictly read-only. The author's credentials run the query, but user identity drives the security. Metadata goes to the LLM, never your actual data. Use groups, use views, and audit everything. You now have everything you need to deploy Genie with total confidence. Drop a comment below. What's the one security feature you're most excited to implement first? And I'll see you in the next module. Keep building securely. You've got this.